Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Adriana DC. Tonight we are going to be dedicating this video to wedding season, you guys. That's right. So as you guys all know, right around this time of the year, there's actually a wedding season, and I didn't discover that until I came to Europe. I mean, I don't know, they just call it that. I don't know what, but apparently this is the time of year when most weddings take place. I don't know. I guess that's what it is. Either way you put it, I have put together about 10 fragrances that I think are beautiful wedding fragrances to pull for. Whether you are bridesmaids or you are in the wedding, I know when it comes to recommending somebody's wedding scent, it's a bit like, I don't know how people feel about that. But these particular scents I think are really beautiful fragrances. They're soft floral fragrances that I think put you in the mood of a delicate, beautiful white dress and white flowers and, and light wedding makeup and that kind of thing. So yeah, if you guys are interested in seeing, my top 10 wedding fragrances, then please, by all means, keep on watching. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for supporting me. I truly appreciate your support. So the first fragrance I'm going to be recommending as the ideal wedding scent is none other than Kyalis The Wedding Silk Sandal. This wouldn't be a wedding fragrance lineup without this beautiful fragrance that Mona Katan recently released in honor of her wedding, her anniversary. This is a beautiful, sparkling, nectarine and white freesia sugary sweet smelling fragrance, you guys. There's definitely a very generous presence of musk in here, the champagne note in here, so it's not bubbly, it's more a dry champagne in my opinion. But the nectarine makes this fragrance smell so edible, like you'll definitely want to eat your bride up wearing this fragrance, you guys. It comes off delicate yet really sweet, quite sugary sweet. It's quite soft and powdery, and it just smells like a very delicate, elegant, very classy smelling bride, you guys. For me, I absolutely love this fragrance. It makes you smell warm and really sweet and very alluring, and I personally find the scent to be very addictive. I think this is a beautiful fragrance to wear as as a wedding scent. Obviously people's taste is a little bit different. Some people might want something really heavy, some people might want something that's light and airy, that kind of gives them that feeling, that wedding feeling. For me, when I think about wedding, I think about white florals, I think about soft, powdery vibes, nothing too strong. That's the kind of vibe that comes to my mind when I think about a wedding fragrance, something very calming and really soothing yet very memorable. And for me, this fragrance ticks all those boxes. Most weddings are, they embody simplicity in my opinion, which I think is that's the one time when simple things just stand out and just put you in a very like warm and happy mood. So Kyalis The Wedding Silk Santal for me is a beautiful scent to pull for as a wedding fragrance. The second fragrance that I would recommend as the ideal wedding fragrance would be Southern Bloom by Goldfield and Banks, you guys. Beautiful, soft, powdery white floral fragrance. There is some cassis in here, so some mandarin orange, some coconut, the native flower of Australia, the Baronia. There is some jasmine sambac in here as well, and of course there's some sandalwood in the base. So you're getting somewhat of a similar vibe, that soft, warm, smooth, creamy note in the base, which kind of envelops around the white florals in this perfume. Very florally. Even though it hasn't that note of coconut, it comes off like the coconut milk. There's also some iris in this fragrance and some ylang ylang, which makes this fragrance smell very soft and clean and very powdery. This perfume pretty much smells very enchanting, and that's definitely how I would describe this perfume. This is an absolutely beautiful fragrance. I think out of the entire list that I'm going to tell you guys about, this would be my favorite fragrance to wear as a wedding fragrance, you guys. So this is Southern Bloom by Goldfield and Banks. Next up, we have Missencia Luxury, you guys. And the name alone just says it all. This is a very sophisticated, crisp, clean, white floral irisy smelling fragrance in my opinion. It smells like the essence of luxury. Very pure, crisp, clean, resolved, and really, really pretty. Let me just give you guys the notes in Luxury by Missencia. So in the top notes, we have bergamot and orange blossom. In the middle notes, we have that lovely note of iris again, starring and ambroxan. And in the base, we have some white musk, Tahitian vanilla, benzoin, and tonka bean. So you get a very soft yet clean smelling white floral powdery fragrance with the essence of benzoin, vanilla, and tonka. Very soft perfume, very delicate smelling in my opinion. I mean, I don't know what people go for, you know, when they think about a wedding, but for me, you just feel so, I imagine I imagine everybody surrounded in white. It just makes you feel like it just gives off a very like pure and delicate vibe, you know, that kind of way, pure and delicate. And of course the makeup that you wear is often so light and very simple yet beautiful. I think this definitely captures, you know, the feeling of wedding vibe. This is a beautiful fragrance from Missencia. I definitely think this is an ideal fragrance to wear as a wedding scent. Next up, I recommend the YSL Libre the Eau de Toilette, you guys. Something about this fragrance is so soothing and so calming. So this one, of course, has in top notes of lavender, bergamot, and mandarin orange. In the middle, we have some orange blossom, jasmine tea, and jasmine. And the base notes, the musk, vanilla, and ambergris. And that lovely, soft jasmine tea note in here so is what sets the tone in this fragrance, in my opinion. I would recommend this for a bridesmaid, however. The bridesmaid or perhaps the maid of honor. This is a very soft and very like, it smells, of course you have the original, you know, YSL Libre DNA, which most people think is a bit harsh. But in this one, they completely toned it down. It's very mellow, very soft. It captures a classiness to this fragrance, a classiness yet a very there is some boldness to it, because the classiness in here, so it comes off exactly like this bottle look, you know, the bold gold accents, in my opinion. Not that we want the maid of honor to outshine the bride, but of course, you know, the maid of honor doesn't have to have the same mood as the bride. She doesn't have to be in the same mood, of course, you know, she probably still chick. So for me, I think this is a very classy, sophisticated, very mellow lavender, vanilla, and orange blossom smelling fragrance that I think is ideal for perhaps a bridesmaid or the maid of honor to wear to the wedding, you guys. So this is YSL Libre Eau de Toilette. Next up, I recommend one of the classics of all classics when we talk about wedding fragrances. Yes, I'm talking about Coco Mademoiselle Intense, you guys. Of course, this wouldn't be a wedding lineup if I didn't include, you know, this timeless Coco Mademoiselle fragrance from Chanel. The notes in Coco Mademoiselle are Sicilian orange, Calabrian bergamot, and lemon. Middle notes are rose, fruity notes, jasmine, and the base we have some patchouli, Madagascar vanilla, tonka bean, white musk, and labdanum. This is a citrusy, a little bit lemony, rose, musky smelling fragrance, you guys. You definitely get the fruity touches in the heart, okay, but it's done with a touch of class, in my opinion. Of course, with the essence of patchouli, which gives this fragrance an elegant yet womanly touch to the scent, you guys. I think this is an absolutely beautiful fragrance. I know this is an goodie, an oldie, but a goodie. But in my opinion, I just think the class and the glamour to this fragrance, it just doesn't go out of style. This is obviously the intense version, so this is, you know, a newer release, but it pretty much just amplifies the original Coco Mademoiselle, adding a bit of those fruity notes in the heart, which just adds a bit more sweetness, a bit more fruitiness to the fragrance. And of course, it is absolutely beautiful. It's so beautiful. I have had people that said to me, I wore this fragrance to get married 25 years ago, and here we are 25 years past, and I am in love with this perfume. And I think it's a classic. I don't think it's boring. It's a fragrance that whenever you wear it, you remember it. I think that's what I like about this scent. This is an absolutely beautiful fragrance that I thoroughly enjoy every time I wear. As a matter of fact, if I'm out and I smell somebody wearing this, or should I say if somebody's around me wearing this, I actually pick up on it because the scent profile is just that prominent. So this is Coco Mademoiselle Intense by Chanel. Next up, we have Dior Amour by Dior. Another modern classic fragrance that's very highly recommended for weddings. And I approve because I think this is a very soft and powdery, classy white floral fragrance that once again plays on that beautiful, delicate note of iris, you guys. I gotta say, I love iris because I love powdery fragrances, okay? But when it comes to wedding fragrances, iris is the star of the show, in my opinion. If not iris, I love me some sandalwood mixing with some other florals, of course, in the fragrance. And this is just a beautiful fragrance. This is a very classy, sophisticated, white floral, irisy smelling perfume. It smells clean. It smells very clean and very sophisticated. It has that same aura to Coco Mademoiselle, but it's much more simplistic. It's simplistic, yet it commands that, it commands that attention, not in that the fragrance is loud or bold or projects like crazy, but the florals are so sophisticated. They're womanly and formal and pretty and really clean. Dior Amour, when it comes to wedding, oh my God, I think it's a beautiful fragrance for the purpose of a wedding. It has somewhat of a soapiness to this fragrance as well, and I just think it's a beautiful perfume. A very delicate, very soft and understated perfume, yet quite memorable, and it just captures the mood of a bride in her element, you guys. So Dior Amour is still quite a beautiful selection to pull for as a wedding scent. Next up, we have Deja Vu White Flower by Kylie. So if you didn't like Silk Santal as your ideal wedding fragrance, Deja Vu White Flower is your ideal wedding fragrance, okay? This is sophistication in a bottle, and it's all about florals, you guys. The notes in Deja Vu White Flower is nectarine, gardenia, and pear. We have some middle notes of tuberose, Indian jasmine, and some orange blossom. In the base, we have some Tahitian vanilla, patchouli, cashmere wood, and of course, that beautiful note of sandalwood. I don't need to lament about this fragrance too much because this is just such a pretty perfume. Woo! This is a sophisticated, sticky, sweet, floral, a little bit creamy smelling fragrance, you guys. This just smells sweet, so you get the sweetness from the nectarine. It has a bit of stickiness. I don't know, I've had this fragrance for a minute, and of course the juices have gotten a bit dark, but the fragrance actually smells sticky and creamy and sweet. And again, it has a similar tone. So Coco Mademoiselle, Dior Amour, and Deja Vu White Flower, it has a very womanly, sophisticated tone to the fragrance, you guys. Very beautiful, not at all dated, in my opinion, because some people think like florals, especially Coco Mademoiselle, is not that modern. But to me, it's all about the aura, the womanliness in the fragrance. It just gives the fragrance a command, a vibe, a mood, you guys. And to me, this is an absolutely beautiful fragrance. If I could be completely honest, I mean, again, this has similar vibes to, Silk Santal, but Silk Santal is still more delicate and softer and a little more sugary sweet. This one is a lot more, it's a bit more florally, and again, it has that tone to it. I'm thinking it's perhaps a patchouli in here, so it just has a very sophisticated and formal tone to it as well. That just makes the fragrance it stands out a little bit more, you guys. So Deja Vu White Flower, if anything at all, this would probably be my second favorite fragrance as a wedding scent after Southern Bloom by Goldfield and Banks. Absolutely, you guys. So this is Deja Vu White Flower. Next up, we have Boy d'Argent by Christian Dior. A very understated, elegant, powdery, florally fragrance with the essence of that beautiful, powdery, delicate note of iris, cypress, and some juniper berries. There's also some myrrh, some honey, vanilla, amber, and some woody notes in the base of this perfume. This is a very understated fragrance that smells woodsy, but still very soft and clean. You get the dose of the honey, you get the iris in here, so of course it's a very powdery, very soft. Have you ever been to a wedding where you sit next to your auntie complains and says, oh my god, the bride's dress is so simple, you know that kind of thing? Every now and again you have a wedding and you sit amongst your family members and they either complain that the dress is either too simple, or it's too ugly, or the dress doesn't suit her, or it could be a nicer dress, that kind of way. But this reminds me of a wedding that I went to. Okay, I think it's like a I don't want to say, but this reminds me of a wedding that I went to, and the bride was simply elegant. Okay, she had her hair neatly tucked back in a ponytail. Her makeup was light, refreshing, and elegant. She wore a beautiful, very simplistic A-line white lacy dress with a green ribbon around her waist. And maybe because she was such a beautiful person, I was captivated by her simplicity and her elegance. And I knew the bride personally, and I knew that she is a very simple person, simply elegant. And this fragrance reminds me of that bride. Very simple, very understated, yet captivating and elegant and pretty, you guys. I think this is a very beautiful fragrance to wear as a wedding scent. If you are a very simplistic type of person, the kind of way some people wear wedding makeup every single day, very light washes of color, when they apply their makeup, very light blush, and wear mostly nude lipsticks. And if you're that type of lady and you're about to get married, check out by Dasha if you don't want anything too much, because I just think this is just a very simplistic and elegant and captivating smelling fragrance, again playing on that beautiful note of iris. Next up, I would recommend the beautiful Kyalis Utopia Cocoa Vanilla 21. Yes, you guys, because weddings happen on the beach as well. If you are a bride that's getting married on the beach, I think you would be absolutely in love with Utopia Cocoa 21, with Utopia Vanilla Cocoa 21. You guys, you know what? The Kylie fragrance names are like tongue twisters, you guys. This is an absolutely scrumptious smelling fragrance, and I would definitely wear this fragrance if I was getting married on the beach. I would wear it to the reception. I think all my bridesmaids, I would just like shower them with this fragrance, standing on the beach with some with those Honolulu chains around your neck in Hawaii or something of the sort. I think it's an absolutely beautiful, scrumptious smelling fragrance. Notes in Utopia Vanilla Cocoa 21 are coconut milk, honeysuckle, pear blossom, and Italian lemon. Middle notes are gardenia, jasmine, sambac, tuberose, and amber. In the base, we have some sexy bourbon vanilla, sandalwood, musk, and patchouli. You guys, whenever there's sandalwood and bourbon vanilla together in a fragrance, it's intoxicatingly sexy, in my opinion, especially if they add in some vanilla as well. Vanilla, tonka bean, sandalwood, especially if they add in tonka bean as well. Bourbon vanilla, sandalwood, and tonka bean. Oh my god, I just think the fragrance is just over the top sexy. This is a creamy, a milky, white floral, gardenia, powdery, vanilla, and coconutty smelling fragrance. It smells very lactonic. There is a slight hint of like sunshiny vibes in this perfume. It's done with a lot of class. It's really, really pretty. Beautiful jasmine, and of course another sexy note of tuberose in the heart. This is such a beautiful fragrance, and of course the sandalwood and that sexy intoxicating note of bourbon vanilla as well. You guys, I think this is an absolutely beautiful fragrance to wear if you get married on the beach. I mean, you can wear this if you get married in a church as well, but if you are having a beach wedding, whew, this is the fragrance that you should be pulling for, you guys. This is a beautiful scent. This was like this was one of my favorites. This was my favorite from you know, Kylie initially, like out of all, and smelling it just now just brought it back to me. Since then, I would still say I still feel like she could no, oh no, oh no, Invite Only Amber 23. That's it. Invite Only Amber 23 took over. That's what it is. Invite Only Amber 23 took the spot of my favorite from Kylie, you guys. So yeah, if you guys are getting married on the beach, you know you need Kylie's Invite Only Vanilla Cocoa 21. All right, last but by no means least, you guys, I'm sorry, but actually I'm not sorry. We have yet another Kylie fragrance, and this one is the Kylie Elixir 11. And this is for the bride that has on, this is for the bride that wears a fishtail lacy dress with a transparent top of, you know, those transparent tops when you get married in those wedding dresses that probably just have some florals, some lacy flowers just covering her nipples, and she's very, like, you know, confident and bold and really likes herself and went all the way out with her wedding dress. This is for that bride, a very classy and chic and confident bride. I think Kylie Elixir 11 is a beautiful fragrance if you are that type of bride. And the notes in Kylie Elixir 11 are rose petals and red apple. The middle notes are May rose, jasmine sambac, and the base patchouli, amber, and vanilla. And this is again a sophisticated rose petal, sweet juicy rose petal and red apple smelling fragrance. You definitely get the patchouli in here, so very prominent notes of patchouli. It smells classy and pretty. What else? The May rose and jasmine. Yeah, right. Right. The rose in here so is also starring as well in its perfume. But this smells like a bright red bouquet of roses, you guys. A bright, juicy, sweet, you know, bouquet of roses, you guys. And I say juicy because of that note of the red apple in here. So it's just giving off a really juicy feel, yet very classy. Again, this is for a very confident and chic bride. You know, again, those brides in the fish, just picture it, you know, the fishtail dresses, those elaborate wedding dresses that has nothing but mesh to the top and lace covering her nipples, you know, maybe something off the shoulder or a line of lace going across the shoulder just to hold it up on one side, and she's just like everything. She looks Vogue and magazine ready. That's the type of bride that this fragrance is for, you guys. Kylie Elixir 11 is an absolutely beautiful fragrance to wear for a wedding setting, you guys. So there you have it, you guys. These are my top 10 beautiful, scrumptious smelling wedding fragrances. I absolutely love every single one of these scents, you guys. I think they're really, really pretty, very simplistic, yet very captivating in my opinion. If you guys enjoyed this video and you can definitely see yourself putting for some of these fragrances, you know, as a bridesmaid or as a bride, then by all means give me a very big thumbs up. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for supporting me. I truly appreciate your support. Until next time, bye and see you guys in my next video.